Okay, so you have your triangle done. I've just turned it to red so that you can see it. And from here, you need to use curves and straight lines to create a design, and you have to have something that's recognizable. So one of mine had an E in it. You could add a cloud. I do something that's really simple. It can't be a ball. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my pen tool. As long as I'm clicking on the path, it'll make another anchor, and then I can make a line. Okay. I have to hit ESC or escape in order for that not to continue. I'm just going to do a simple one. I can also go up to here. I'm going to add my ellipse tool. And this is an important way of doing this. So I'm going to make a circle. But you notice the circle goes over my original pattern. I'm now going to hit Control A for select all. And then I'm going to go to Window and Pathfinder. Under Pathfinder, there's this thing called Divide. It says Divide below the cursor. I'm going to click on it. And what that does is it makes each of these things a separate piece. So now I can go by with my selection tool. I'm going to double click. I think I got it. Yep. I'm going to double click, and what that divide did was separate this piece. So I can now take this piece, pull it off, and delete it. Okay. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to use the star. And again, I go to my Pathfinder and I hit divide. I have to hit Control A first, then divide. Let's pull that to the side. Now I can come back with my selection tool, grab the outside of the star, gone. I can grab this outside of the star, gone. Okay. Now, remember that I said it had to be something recognizable? A letter would be fine. In this case, I'm going to combine some shapes and I'm going to make a cloud. So I'm going to use my circle tool, and I'm just going to draw this on top. It's not going to matter. And I'm going to put a lot of circles on top of each other like this. I'm going to use my selection tool, and I'm going to hold Shift. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to select all of the circles. I don't want to select my main triangle. Now I'm going to hit this, which is Unite. Okay, now I have a cloud. So one of the things you can do is you can take multiple shapes and combine them to make more complicated shapes. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right about there. I'm going to hit Control A, divide. Now I can use my selection tool, click on the other half, gone. So I have something that's recognizable in there. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to use my pen tool this time. I'm in the wrong mode. And then I'm going to make another triangle. I think I hit it. Another triangle, hit Control A, and again, Control A. I must have missed. There we go. Control A, Window, Pathfinder, and divide. Okay, great. That's looking pretty good. I might want to break up some of the spaces in here a little bit. The other thing I want you to do is on the outside edge, I want you to change it from being just that straight line. So a couple ways I can do that is I'm going to add a point right, there we go. I'm going to add an anchor right on the edge. Use my direct selection tool. I'm going to grab that anchor. I didn't want to move the anchor. Put the anchor there. Pain in the pain. Come on, anchor. I'm trying to get this to bend with an anchor. It's not going to work at the moment. I need to add the anchor on. So instead, I'm going to do this. I'm going to add an anchor here, click, go to the center, click, I'm going to go over here, great, escape, and then I'm going to use this tool to take and make, come on, I got to select each anchor, and then I'm going to hit here. Anchor. There. The curve looks terrible, I'll be honest. Let's see, can I make this look any better? Not so much, I don't like it. I'm going to go backwards. Please edit when it looks bad. So instead, I'm going to take my circle tool, and I'm going to go over into this space. I'm going to make this a 4-inch by 4-inch circle. So all I need to do is just click once. That's going to be 4-inch, 4-inch, okay? And I'm going to take the circle and drag it over here. And see how the circle is going to line up right there with the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off the bottom of that circle with the rectangle tool. So I'm going to take a rectangle, and I'm going to make the rectangle cut off half of that circle. I'm going to select both of those, go to my Pathfinder tool, and this is minus from. Now I have this. I can invert it, and now I'm going to move this and place it right there. I knew that the bottom of my triangle was 4 inches in size. Okay, so that's why I went with 4 inches. I'm going to pull this aside, Control A, and I am going to hit divide. Last thing I guess I'm going to do, because I want to make this look kind of neat, is I'm going to go from this anchor. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go from this anchor. Come on. I got my anchor, but it's not letting me add another line from there. Sometimes it gets difficult. So I'm going to go to my line tool instead. Line tool. There we go. And I'm going to go 1. I don't like that line. I want it directly coming down. There we go. And then 1 more. There we go. I can live with that, I guess. Sort of looks like an ice cream cone. Okay. Then I hit Control S to save it. Please make sure you save it. Make sure you save it as the date. Really important. And this is the next step. And again, I'm looking for curves, straight lines, and something recognizable. It can be relatively simple.